In this video, I'll show you how to vibe code with MiniMax M2.1 and Claude Code Sonnet 4.5, comparing them side by side, creating a website and adding new features to see which one does better. And by the end of this video, so you have your own fully functional website that you can share with the world. If that sounds good, I want you to leave a like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on if you haven't yet. Let me quickly break down why MiniMax M2.1 is such a big deal and why it deserves to be tested head-to-head against Claude Code Sonnet 4.5. The MiniMax M2.1 is multi-language capability to elevate code engineering. Built for real-world coding, there's a bunch of different benchmarks. Delivers like a significant leap over core software engineering like leaderboard. So you can see like a lot of these like surpassing a lot of the other models like GPT, DeepSeek, Gemini 3, and Claude Code Sonnet. It's either meeting or exceeding on a lot of different benchmarks, and you can see there's a lot of different multi-language coding support beyond Python. So you can do Rust, Java, Go, C++, Kotlin, Objective-C, and so much more. Not only coding for web dev, but it's also app dev. And the ways that you can use it is you can use it through direct API, or I want to show you the easy way, getting a coding plan, and then it's available on these AI coding tools: Claude Code, Cursor, Tray, OpenCode, Kylo Code, Klein, RuCode, Grok CLI, Codex CLI, and Jord. I'm going to show you how to do it through RuCode with AntiGravity. So it's pretty much similar to Claude Code in a sense where you can either do direct API or you can use one of their plans and code that way. All right, so what you're going to want to do is go to your internet browser, go to the top, type in AntiGravity. This is going to be the environment that we use for MiniMax M2.1 and Claude Code Sonnet 4.5. Click the first link. Go to the top, click on download. From here, you're going to select your operating system. This is available on Mac OS, Windows, or Linux. Since I have a Mac OS right now, I'm going to click on download for the Mac OS. You're just going to select your operating system. After it's downloaded, you're going to double click to open. Once this pops up, you're going to drag and drop. We're going to wait for it to install. On Windows and Linux, it's going to be a similar process. You're just going to double click to install it to open and then install. Once you see it installed, you're going to double click to open. If anything pops up like this, you're just going to click on open. You'll see a screen something similar to this. So you're going to go to the top right, click on login with Google. A new window will pop up. You're just going to log into your existing Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can just click on create account and create a brand new Google account. Since I have an account, I'm going to log into my account, confirm your password. Once you see this screen, you're going to click on sign in. This is just going to authenticate your Google account with AntiGravity. Opened up AntiGravity and we successfully authenticated our account. Look over to the left sidebar and you'll see the little icons. So you're going to want to click on this icon right here. This is the extensions tab. And then once you click it, a search bar is going to pop up. And what you're going to do is you're going to type in RuCode. Make sure you use this one right here, the one with the most downloads, and you're going to click on install. And then once you see this, you're going to click on trust, publisher, and install. We're going to be using RuCode to use the MiniMax M2.1 because AntiGravity already has Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 built in. To add additional outside LLMs, like MiniMax M2.1, this is how we're going to do it. So RuCode has been installed over close to 1 million times right now. So after RuCode is installed, you can see a brand new icon is here now. Okay, now you have RuCode extension open. Click on this gear icon. Next, you're going to go to providers. Next, you're going to click this plus sign and just name this MiniMax M2.1. For API provider, make sure it's on MiniMax. For MiniMax entry point, make sure it's on api.minimax.io. Next, you're going to get an API key. Open up a brand new internet browser, type in platform.minimax.io, press enter, click on sign up. Next, you're going to sign up for an account. Since I have an account, I'm going to log in. Once you're logged in, you get this pop-up, click the X, hover to the top, click on account, click on coding plan. Next, you're going to select the plan. There's 3 different plan options that you can do. Starter for $10 a month, Plus for $20 a month, and Max for $50 a month. For the $10 starter plan, you get 100 prompts every 5 hours. If you compare it to Claude Code, you can see the $100 plan gets you about prompts. So I checked out the plan already, and for yours, you're going to want to check out. You can choose whatever plan you want, or if you want, you can also add a balance and go to API keys, and you can use it straight from the balance. Seems to be a better option if you use the coding plan, so I signed up for the coding plan. And then you're going to generate a coding plan key. You can see here I generated the key, and I'm just going to right click the copy. Once you have the key, you go back to AntiGravity, and in here you paste it in. Next, you click on the model and make sure it's on MiniMax M2.1. Then click save. Go back. And now you're ready to type in your prompts. When you see any $signs here, just ignore it because you're on the coding plan. So as it prompts, when you see it start to add value here, you can just ignore that because you're on the coding plan. So you get 100 prompts every single 5 hours or however many depending on your plan. You can see here that it says pricing, but this is just a price if you're using API directly, but we're not using API directly because we're using the coding plan. So we have 2 empty folders. Okay, so go back to AntiGravity, go to the top, click on Explorer, click on Open Folder, and the 2 empty project folders we created, the MiniMax M2.1 and Claude Code Sonnet 4.5. So we'll get started with the MiniMax M2.1. We'll click this folder, click on Open. And you can see here that we opened up the MiniMax M2.1 folder empty. We're going to go back to root code and we're going to type in our first prompt right now. Okay, so my first prompt is right here. It's build a modern, good-looking React website, and we're going to be using the same prompts for both MiniMax M2.1 as well as Claude Sonnet 4.5 side by side. So we're going to take this first prompt, right-click copy, go here, type it in, and then click on architect. And we're going to make sure this auto approve. I'm going to turn it on and make sure this is on architect mode. You can also set it from the code mode where it doesn't really do a planning, but since Claude Sonnet on the AntiGravity is going to have a planning mode as well, we're going to do architect mode as well. So this is just pretty much similar. So it's side by side, similar comparison. So after you have to prompt in with everything, you're going to click on this button to send the response. Let's run the website. Open terminal, type in cd, and you're going to drag in that MiniMax M2.1 folder into terminal. Click enter, type in npm run dev, press enter, and we're going to copy and paste this localhost link. Okay. And this is the result of the website. Wow. What do you guys think? So we're just going to leave that there now. And next up, we're going to do Claude Code Sonnet 4.5. You can see here we have the empty folder here. We're going to open up a brand new AntiGravity. We're going to click on open folder and go to the Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 folder, the empty folder. Navigate to the Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 folder. It's empty. Click on open. And we're going to do the same thing. Same three prompts. Copy and paste prompt 1. Create the modern, good-looking React website. We're going to click on paste. Make sure it's in planning mode because remember when we did root code, we used the architect mode and then from the architect mode it coded. So we're going to leave it in planning mode. We're going to go to models, go down to Claude Sonnet 4.5. Make sure that's checked. And then we're going to send the prompt. Okay. So you can see here Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 is complete and we see the success message here. And we can see here it's running. We'll just open a brand new terminal. Type in cd. And we can see here that the new project we created, we're just going to copy and paste that in here. Press enter. Type in npm run dev. So we have localhost running on here, 5174. We're going to copy that, press enter, and we'll see the result. Okay, so this is the result from one single prompt with Claude Code Sonnet. We can see here it's missing a header. That's the result from one single prompt with Claude Code. Okay, so that was the first prompt, and in that prompt, all we did was create the website. When we looked at the result of MiniMax visually, to me, everything looked perfect from head to bottom. I could not find any visual issues. Comparing that to Claude Code Sonnet, between the two, MiniMax did better in this case, just because in Claude Code Sonnet, it was missing the header. So for prompt 1, for me, I personally think that MiniMax M2.1 did better than Claude Sonnet 4.5. But personally, I just like the aesthetic of the MiniMax M2.1 better. Claude Code Sonnet, it started doing like kind of a dark theme, but maybe I could have been more specific. But yeah, MiniMax M2.1 was better. Now let's go back to MiniMax M2.1 and do prompt 2. Okay, so in prompt 1, we created the website. And here's prompt 2. Add a pricing section and a testimonial section. So we're going to take this prompt. We're going to go back to here, back to root code, MiniMax M2.1. We're going to paste in the prompt 2. And we're going to let it go. Okay, so it's done. So for prompt 2, it's done. We're going to open up our web browser. We're going to refresh the website and let's see the pricing table. I like it. Is it mobile friendly? It's mobile friendly as well. Okay, so creating the website from one single prompt, it did a great job. And then when we add on to the existing UI by adding a pricing table with the second prompt, visually, it's really great. I think visually it's perfect. I cannot see any flaws visually. And it was super fast. So prompt 1 was just build a modern, good looking React website. It did that. Take prompt 2, copy. Overall, it's missing a header. That's an issue. Paste prompt 2 in, send. Okay guys, so the pricing and testimonial section from prompt 2 was added. Let's take a look at the website now. We reopen the website. We scroll down to look for the pricing. Okay, pricing. I like it. So pricing and testimonial section, both looking good. A little bit long for mobile. Oh, I noticed an issue right here. Do you see the get started button? Testimonial section, visually perfect on desktop and mobile. I noticed this button issue on the second prompt, and we're using the same exact prompt. Okay, so that was prompt 2, and the goal of prompt 2 was pretty much just create a pricing section table with a testimonial section, and pretty much for MiniMax M2.1, visually I could not find any issue. it was able to create the pricing cards, testimonial, and pretty much match the existing design and overall UX perfect. So no issues there. But with Claude Sonnet 4.5, I did find some visual issues that we saw. It did follow the task correctly. Visually, there was issues. I saw an issue with the button, and then I saw it looked kind of long to me. So in prompt 2 for me, I think that MiniMax M2.1 definitely did better than Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 in this case as well. Now let's move on to prompt 3 and creating dark mode support for the websites. So for prompt 3, we're going to add dark mode support. So we're going to copy this prompt, go back to AntiGravity, paste in that prompt, confirm. Okay, the result of the adding dark mode support. Let's see. So cool. Scroll down. Visually, I don't see any issue. Still okay. Does the toggle work? So I added the new toggle. Okay, scroll down. Make sure there's no issue. Visually, it looks perfect and I'm quite impressed. And there we go, guys. This was pretty much prompt 1, prompt 2, and prompt 3. So we used pretty much the MiniMax M2.1 with 3 prompts. We pretty much told it to create a good looking React website. We told it to add a pricing table and testimonial section. And then we told it to add dark mode support. So MiniMax M2.1 is done and complete. Now we'll add dark mode support. Copy this prompt, paste it in, and send. We're going to open it back up. We refresh. And we see here is a toggle. There's no header, but right now for that third prompt, we're just going the... Okay, so let's take a look at dark mode first. Dark mode, it's still the same as earlier. Everything visually, no header, and the issue of this button right here. It did update the entire website to dark mode, light mode, completely perfect. Well, almost perfect, besides this little line right here. So there's some issues that I noticed with Claude Code. That is the result for Claude Code Sonnet 4.5, and we did pretty much 3 prompts just like we did MiniMax M2.1. So after doing a side-by-side compare analysis, Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 and MiniMax M2.1, we did the same 3 exact prompts for all 3. And in prompt 1, all we asked it to do was build a modern, good-looking React website. In prompt 2, all we asked it to do was add a pricing section and testimonial section onto the websites. And in prompt 3, all we did was ask it to do dark mode support, keeping the same design, but just make it look great in light and dark mode. And comparing the two of MiniMax M2.1 versus Claude Code Sonnet 4.5, my personal favorite and where I think did better was MiniMax M2.1. So I would say MiniMax M2.1 definitely in this case of just creating a website with pricing table, testimonial, dark and light mode support definitely did better than Claude Code Sonnet 4.5 when we did prompt 1, for example, of both of them. Visually, MiniMax M2.1 did perfect. Claude Code Sonnet had some visual issues without the header. Prompt 2, MiniMax M2.1 did perfect. But with Claude Code Sonnet 4.5, I did think it looked kind of long and the button looked kind of a little not designed well. But then in prompt 3, where we did the dark and light mode support, both of them actually did okay in this case. They followed the instruction, they made it light and dark mode, and it was working. So no, not really a huge complaints there. My personal preference, I think I like MiniMax M2.1 a lot better. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.